Breaking update to a Fox 8 investigation. New Orleans Police Chief Anne Kirkpatrick says she'll immediately change how she handles officers accused of egregious violations. As Rob Krieger explains, the change comes after our investigation raised questions about an officer who smoked meth on duty.
10 hours into his 12-hour overnight shift, Officer Maurice Bailey begins driving down Highway 11 in his NOPD unit. As power poles flash by, he lights up a meth pipe while his body camera records.
He recorded the whole event, from buying the lighter to, sort of revealing the meth in the packaging, and then smoking meth on his own body camera.
Skip Gallagher is a forensic scientist and NOPD watchdog who's reviewed multiple Public Integrity Bureau investigations into Bailey, including this one triggered in 2023 during a random review of body-worn camera video.
It's sort of impressive that anyone found that video, because there are hundreds of hours being turned in of body camera video, and it was discovered.
Fox 8 obtained the 30-minute clip from Bailey's body-worn camera on December 5th, 2023. Documents show nearly 5 months after confiscating his weapon and pulling Bailey off the street, the NOPD's top brass agreed with Public Integrity Bureau findings that recommended no tactical policy or education and training recommendations were needed by the officer. That's despite Bailey's positive drug test, his confession to smoking meth on duty, and his admission that he'd been getting high on the clock for months.
That officer should have been on suspension and terminated rather quickly.
But within weeks of the conclusion of the investigation in April of 2024, Bailey was back on the clock, reassigned to desk duty, earning thousands of dollars as an NOPD officer. The Civil Service Department in New Orleans tells Fox 8 its rules allow for emergency suspensions, which could have kept Bailey from returning to desk duty. The Civil Service Commission says it had no involvement in Bailey's case. During an interview with NOPD Superintendent Anne Kirkpatrick Thursday, she told us she believed an emergency suspension included full pay, so she allowed Bailey to return to the office in an administrative role pending a final disciplinary hearing.
I'm not going to let you go home for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months during an investigation and go to the gym all day, take a nap here and there. We're going to work you. It's just that your police powers have been taken away from you.
Even potentially if you're going to come back on your clock and smoke meth.
I'd rather not pay you sitting at home and get nothing out of you. And so that is my decision.
Only weeks after Bailey was back on the clock, Kirkpatrick says doing things like taking police reports over the phone, documents show he skips work. The NOPD gives him a letter of reprimand, and then at the end of May, he's drug tested again. Results show another positive test for meth. Bailey admits he relapsed and ultimately resigns under investigation, ending the internal inquiry more than 6 months after he was caught smoking meth. While on administrative leave, Bailey was paid nearly $13,000, including sick pay, leave, and a $5,000 retention bonus paid by the city.
I wish I could just say, get your gun, your book, your hat, leave, but it's not possible. I must do due process. So I choose to work you rather than pay you full salary and have you sit at home.
However, after our investigation questioning why Bailey was allowed to continue working, Chief Kirkpatrick says she's making an immediate change in the department. Following conversations with attorneys and civil service, Kirkpatrick now says she's confident she can satisfy due process in egregious cases like Bailey's, with an initial hearing within days of the violation, allowing her to suspend officers without pay swiftly, instead of waiting for an entire formal investigation to unfold.
I think we have some real improvements that have occurred in the NOPD. We have a chief that really understands how to be a police chief and is doing an amazing job under really trying conditions.
Rob Krieger, Fox 8, Local First.
Kirkpatrick went on to say she believes Louisiana should adopt rules that would allow an officer who engages in misconduct to be stripped of their peace officer standards and training certification. That would prevent an officer who resigns under investigation from moving to another department.